Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general forecast for September 2018. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, I'd like to take just a moment to apologize to my subscribers, my viewers who watch my videos every month. You've noticed that I did not post last month, and I do apologize for this, as I got sick towards the end of July and I did not feel better. First day I started to feel better was actually on August the 12th. And then I just kind of figured, well, it's a little late to start now. So I'm better. I'm back. My energy's here, and I'm going to shut up now because this isn't about me. This is about you. So, well, let's jump in. Okay, so for the first card, this is Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Risings. So we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. So this definitely would indicate to me that you guys have probably been in some sort of situation where there has been some sort of loss. Sometimes this loss can be one that is regarding our home life, our family life. This could even be about, our relationships. Sometimes this can be about, a job, a work situation. And ultimately, we need to move away from this situation, especially within the mind. But when the Six of Swords is reversed, it's like things are being delayed, things are being postponed. Sometimes it can almost feel like you are just stuck in a negative situation. Like you may feel like there's just no way out, or like every time you try to get out, something prevents it. Just maintain your hope and your faith, because you will get out of this situation. And to me, I'm definitely getting the feeling that this is a situation that you need to get out of. But sometimes things come up and they can prevent, delay, postpone, but you will get out of this situation. The best advice I could give is try to move away from the situation the best that you can within your mind. Try to make peace with it, and sometimes that can help to remove some of the blockages from outside circumstances. So make peace within the mind, make peace with your situation, and just maintain your faith and your hope and your great inner strength that you guys have, because you will get out of this. Whatever this negative situation is for you, you'll get out of it. Okay, so it's clarified by the Faith card in reverse. So for some of you, this could have been a relationship or a marriage. For some of you, this could be a work situation. For some of you, this could just be maybe even a platonic type of relationship. Either way, maybe some of you might be having a hard time maintaining your faith. Now, this card is also about conforming, but when it's in the reverse position like so, we are absolutely refusing to conform. So, some could say that you might be a little rebellious right now, but, I'm going to have to say that's pretty normal, seeing how you might be in a situation in which you want out. So sometimes we just might have to pull the rebel card. Sometimes this can indicate like unconventional type of relationships where, for instance, relationships, this could be like a romantic relationship, but maybe it's someone that you've been with for a long while, and maybe you just never wanted to, say, legally get married, but you guys might have been in a relationship and almost lived like you were married, but without that paperwork. That's just one example, You know, this can manifest in many different ways for all of us, because every Scorpio sun, moon, and rising sign is different, and so are our situations. We're all on our own personal, unique journey. So, but yes, don't lose your faith, okay? Because things are going to turn around. They will. I'm not going to say it's not going to be bumpy and a little rocky along the way, but you're going to get out of this. You know, and someone might be expecting you to just conform and fall into line, and that can really bring some anger up. Like, what? You want to try to tell me what to do? You expect me to fall in line? No. Do you know who I am? Ooh, they better be careful. They just might be treading where angels fear to fly. Okay, so this would be your circumstances. So, yeah, this is not so great. But it's going to get better, okay? I can tell you, it's going to get better. So, this would be the Five of Cups. So, this is a loss and a disappointment in love. Now, let me be clear, because not every Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising sign wants to be in a relationship or is in a relationship, but then there are just as many that, you know, have been in relationships. So just wanted to be clear. So a loss and disappointment in love. So this could be a loss and disappointment with someone in particular you love. This could be romantic love. This could have been platonic love. So for some of you, this could be about a friendship or even a relationship with like a family member. Or this could be, you know, about a spouse, about a significant other. Or sometimes this can just be about having regrets and broken dreams. You know, so maybe you've been trying to go after something, you know, in particular that you love, and it just hasn't done anything but brought disappointment. So it's kind of like we're at the end here where things have been, you know, they're broke off. You know, so it is a 5, so this is a transition period. So things are changing. Now, sometimes this can be, you know, someone just up and leaves. Sometimes there can be an element where we may feel like we're disillusioned. You know, and typically, you know, this is a card where, you know, there's a lot of grief and sorrow. So, you know, grieve, do what you have to do, okay? Because this is a, you know, a sad type of energy. So, and everybody grieves differently, but, you know, do what you have to do to grieve, you know, so that you can have your closure to move forward. But I want you to remember that even though this situation is pretty tough right now, you should remember that you will get through this. Scorpio energy, you guys are so strong. You know, especially emotionally. Which I feel that we get put through the ringer a lot more than some other people, but some people would disagree. But I personally feel we get put through the ringer a bit more, especially emotionally, because we do have, you know, very intense emotions. But I want you to remember that your hope will come back. You will end up having a renewed interest and love, you know, but further down the line. You know, this is just a situation that, you know, we're going through, and it does serve a purpose, although it certainly does not feel that way. But I just want you to know that you will get past this, and you will find yourself later down the line getting a renewed interest. Your hope will return. Okay, so it is clarified by the 5 of coins in reverse. So another 5, another transition. So thankfully this is in the reverse position, because, oh boy, this would be a lot worse than the upright position. So this is like, we've been through a very, very hard, trying time. You know, a lot of times, especially, you know, when this is in the upright, we can feel like we've been put out into the cold by someone. You know, that can literally be put out into the cold, or, you know, that can sometimes almost be emotionally. But no matter what, it's about going through trying times. But with this being in the reverse position, those trying times will come to an end. And your hope will be renewed. Your confidence will come back. It is coming back. Believe that, because it is. And, you know, this is definitely an indication that your luck is turning in your favor. So, while this is a pretty upsetting situation here, it's almost like we go through this situation and then we find that, hey, our luck is turning out for the better. So, you know, there was a purpose. Now, for those of you who might have been looking for a job, maybe you've been unemployed, or maybe you've just been at a job that you just cannot stand, you know, this would be a good indicator that some, you know, financial type of opportunities could come your way. So if you've been unemployed, you know, this is definitely a good indicator that get out there and start applying, because luck will be in your favor. You will get the job. And for those, you know, who are just simply in a job that you don't like and just isn't working for you, you know, hey, get out here and apply for some jobs, because luck is going to be in your favor. It's going to work for you. Pretty interesting, because the 5 of coins is also over here for the bottom of the deck. So this would be your focus. So we have the Page of Cups in the reverse position. So under this energy here, this can be about, you know, maybe we're waiting on some sort of happy message. Maybe this message doesn't arrive. Maybe it's postponed. Maybe it's delayed. It's like we're waiting to hear about something, you know, and it's something that would make us happy, but we're not hearing. It's like it's at a standstill, and this can be really, really frustrating. So just know that when delays come up, they happen for a good reason. We just can't always see in the moment as to what, you know, that good reason is supposed to be, but typically it's because we're being protected from something that could be potentially worse. So now with this card, when the Page of Cups is in reverse like this, this definitely indicates that you could be very, very emotional right now. And as far as things at a standstill, I feel like it's really resonating here with this first card, like feeling like you're stuck in the situation. Maybe you're waiting on that news of, hey, you know, you can finally get out of that place, you know, and maybe it's, you know, postponed, maybe it's being delayed, but every delay does happen for a reason. Sometimes it can feel like, you know, there's just not much action that's taking place when we want the opposite. Sometimes this can also indicate that we might be feeling pretty moody, you know, and we might possibly want to detach and withdraw from other people because, you know, it's like we're stuck in our emotions, and we just need to separate ourselves to have some time alone. But, you know, with such intense feelings, at some point we need to talk about it, even though we prefer not to talk about it. But talking about it with someone that we can trust can help tremendously. But the natural reaction for us is that we just want to be left alone, and we don't want to talk. We don't want to share that with a lot of people, because the distrust is real. And, you know, we got good reasons, you know, so all of us are different, but, you know, we do tend to have issues with trust. But, you know, just hang on. You know, I know this can be confusing, and sometimes our emotions can be pretty confusing here too, but it's just a delay. I know things may look like they're just standing still and like nothing's going on, but there is something going on behind the scenes. Okay, so it is clarified by the Hanging Man. Yep, so this is us letting go, surrendering, and see, this right here is the trick. Because when you have Scorpio Sun or Scorpio Moon or Scorpio Rising, then you have Pluto that's ruling either the Sun, the Moon, or the rising sign. Now, how do we stop the Pluto type of torture? Through surrender and letting go. Because sometimes the more that we fight, the worse things get. So, surrender, let go. Now, the Hanging Man, sometimes we're considering, you know, a completely different lifestyle. Sometimes it can almost be like a reversal of lifestyle. And this card can also indicate that, you know, we might be making some sacrifices that we've not ever made before. But ultimately, the reason we're doing it is because we want that new start. We want to find things that have a higher purpose, a higher meaning for us. And so the Hanging Man is also about shifting our awareness. So yes, this brings great change to us, especially once we surrender and let go. And when we surrender and let go, you know, this is when things can happen that are really, really good. I've actually personally been able to see miracles happen when surrendering and letting go. And let me just say, I know that this is not easy to do. The natural reaction is we want to control. We want to control the situation. But when you release control and you surrender, let me tell you, miracles can happen. So for some of you, this could also indicate that you might be having a bit more psychic activity going on. I mean, Scorpios tend, you know, naturally a intuitive sign, but when we see the Hanging Man there, you could definitely have a boost in your intuition. Your psychic abilities could be increasing greatly. But just know, the way to make this standstill come to an end is by surrendering, letting go. So what does that exactly mean? Well, for some, surrender, let go to Pluto if you have to. Surrender, let go, let God if you believe in God, or let go, let the universe, however you want to look at it. But we got to have faith, and we just got to let go and trust, that the universe is going to take care of us, because we're going to get out of it. But we must surrender, and we must let go. And that's hard, so I already know. Okay, so for your recent past, we have the Four of Cups. So this is a card where we're definitely experiencing what I would refer to as dissatisfaction in our life. We're just kind of, we're just unhappy. We're in a situation where we weren't happy. A lot of times this is a card where we're definitely deep into our feelings. We're reflecting, but we could be reflecting so deep that we can't see what's going on around us sometimes as well. There can also be those feelings of, I am just so bored, I'm dissatisfied, I am not content, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be doing this, I don't want to be going through that, so it's just like natural to try to, we just end up going in. I refer to it as, the little hermit cave, because I do it too. Been there, done that. Way too many times to count. But sometimes that's what we have to do to find our balance. And sometimes that's what's just best for us and for everyone around us. Just let us have our time, Let me have some time alone. This is for everyone's own good. Okay, so for the present, the here and the now energy, we have the Strength card. So, to me, this is pretty straightforward, to the point. You need to rely on that inner strength. Scorpio is so strong. We can make it through just about, I mean, when I think about everything I've been through, wow. And strength, I've always maintained that strength. I always come out of it. And we always come out of it. Like a phoenix, we rise up out of our ashes, and we are stronger each and every time. We just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So remember that, and know you are very strong, and you need to rely on your strength. Believe in yourself, and know that you're going to get through this, because you will. And sometimes the Strength card can be indicating that we might be having to get through to someone, to make them see our point of view. So we just have to do this in a cool, calm, collected type of way, using our own inner strength, because we don't want to be overly pushy and getting our point of view across, because that can just create more opposition, which we do not need. Yeah. So just hang tight, Scorpios. I'm telling you, it's going to get better. It really is. So for those of you who have made it this far and you're like, yeah, I don't know, hang on. I mean, I'm not going to lie, this next one for the near future it's going to be rough, okay? It's going to be rough. But the end, it's worth it. It's worth it. Just hang on. Hang tight. Okay, so here we go. Let's get through this one. This is the near future. So we have the Nine of Swords. So this is definitely a a loss. You know, this can be, you know, perhaps maybe a loss of hope. Sometimes this can be where a relationship could end. You know, this relationship could have been romantic or it could have been platonic. There's definitely despair and anxiety in this card. Sometimes we can see sleepless nights. Sometimes there can be nightmares. Whew, yeah, it's pretty tough. You know, depression can come up under this card. You know, emotional distress. It's just, it's like a card of trauma, but we will get through this. Sometimes this can be about, you know, maybe we might need some medical help. So that's only going to resonate with a few of you, but you'll know who you are. And this medical help can be many different things, so keep that in mind. Sometimes this can be about needing legal help. But no matter what, it's like, you know, there is some sort of sad circumstances that surround you, and it's unfortunate. You know, sometimes there's very unfortunate conditions that are surrounding you. You know, but you will get through this. And look, this is only going to be for literally a small handful of you. This could be indicating the loss of a loved one through passing. So if that happens to be you, my deepest condolences. Now, please don't take this energy on as yours. Those people who have recently lost someone, they will know this is for them. So I don't want any of you getting scared that, you know, someone close to you might pass. Okay, now that we're through that part, I just want you guys to know that you will make it through this. You will. And when you make it through this, it makes us so much stronger. Just like I said, you know, up here. We always rise up out of our ashes. And we rise up stronger every time. Every time. We are strong. We can make it through anything. And that's ultimately what this card is about. You know, yes, we have the situation of loss. I guess I should also mention, for those of you who this loss is like an actual relationship, say a marriage, or just, you know, a long-term relationship that you could have been in, sometimes this can indicate, you know, betrayal and or unfaithfulness. And trust me, if it's unfaithfulness, then you know about it. So I don't want anybody to take that energy on as someone might be unfaithful. If this, what I just said, is going to resonate, you'll know. Okay, so it is clarified by the Five of Swords. So for some of you, this can actually indicate a severing of ties, hence a relationship that could be romantic or platonic that is severed, that comes to an end. And typically selfishness can come up, so it could be the other person, or the other person might be looking at you like you're the selfish one. But you know, perceptions, everybody's is different, you know, so let them think what they want. Now, sometimes this can indicate the wrong use of power, so do be careful of that. Sometimes this can indicate disgrace, degradation. Now the biggest thing with this card is this card absolutely indicates dishonesty, deception. This is the card that I refer to always as the asshole who is just spoiling for a fight. Excuse my language, I'm sorry, but that's just how I refer to this card personally. Because this is someone who has a great desire to cause conflict. It's like they want to inflict harm. They want to hurt you. I mean, it can be very cruel. And you know, legal issues can come up with this card, so do be careful. Sometimes there can be an issue where there could be some unethical ways of trying to win. This card can also indicate the loss of a reputation, so getting a, you know, a bad reputation. So not good at all. Not good. And you know, gossip can come up here as well, but again, remember, deception, betrayal. So if gossip has come up and you're the object of the gossip, then obviously it's going to be lies. So, you know, just say your truth if you want to, you know. If people believe you, great. If they don't, that's their loss, you know. So yeah, just prepare yourself. I mean, I honestly feel like most of you know that this is coming. Now, for those of you who, you know, are not having any issues within relationships, romantic or platonic, you know, then this could just be someone who is literally an enemy and out to get you. And you know, they could be an open enemy or they could be a hidden enemy. But it's definitely someone who wants to start a problem. This is not someone who just wants to rock the boat. This is somebody who wants to sink your boat. So do be careful. Okay, we've made it through. Alright, so this would be your attitude. So we have the Nine of Cups. So this would definitely seem like you guys are, you know, having some wishful thinking. Maybe some of you are setting new goals. Maybe realizing some new wishes. I just don't want anybody to get caught up in wishful thinking. It's okay to have some different wishes and, you know, to set goals to obtain these new wishes. Just don't get caught up in wishful thinking. But beyond that, you know, this is positive. This could indicate that, you know, we are hopeful and we will get out of that situation. And we're going to be okay. We're going to be alright. Even if it's a legal situation, you're going to be okay. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but you're going to be okay and you're going to make it through. Because, you know, this legal situation would be with someone that's definitely trying to cause a problem. And, you know, if they're falling prey and they're being deceptive and dishonest, well, the truth always comes out. Always. Speaking of truth, this is how other people see you. Now, what does this sword represent? The truth. This sword is truth penetrating matter. This is a sword that will literally slice through any lies and deception. So this is you guys holding your sword, and your sword is your truth. And as long as you got your truth, you're in the right. If somebody's really trying to mess with you, especially in a legal way, hang on, because you're going to be alright. The truth always comes out in the end. It always comes out. We may not get to witness it, but it always comes out. Always. And by seeing this, you know, I definitely know that you will get your chance to say your truth. Now, this card, you know, the sword is double-edged, so we do have to be careful, because this is like a card, you know, where it can cut to inform, but it can also cut to harm, you know, so we got to be careful, you know, because our truth can be, you know, hurtful sometimes, but it's the truth. So, and that's what counts, at least in my book, because I am all about honesty. In fact, my personal motto, which I will share with you guys, I haven't shared it with any other sign, but I'm going to share it with you guys, because y'all will get this. So, my personal motto is, give me honesty or give me death. Now, to those of you guys, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, you will understand that. Because some people are like, what? You'd rather die? No. Not physically. Okay. So, another aspect to this card is we need to be careful, because we want to do things gently, okay? So, because Mr. Butthead over here, he's gonna try to bring the worst out of us. So we need to do things very gently. We don't want to push, okay? Because this can attract more issues, more opposition, more drama. We don't need it. So just be careful. Don't push too much, too soon, too hard, okay? Gentle. Gentle will win, okay? Be gentle. And this is definitely a card that shows that we have risen out of a much more difficult situation, but now we are given this new start, and we have to use our truth, the truth, but we just need to be gentle with it, okay? We don't want to push too much. You'll get your chance. Just be careful. Just don't push. Because really, we don't need any more issues. I mean, wow, this is enough, you know? And trust me, whoever that is, you need them out of your life with the quickness. And I'm just really kind of shocked that somebody would really be so stupid to mess with the Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. Like, wow. They must be really sure of themselves. They're still not going to win, though. The truth always wins, period. Okay, so this would be your hopes or your fears. Sometimes this can give us a glimpse into the subconscious. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this is about, you know, we've been on a spiritual type of quest. You know, we wanted to see, you know, is the grass greener on the other side? Are things any better? And we've returned from this spirit quest. And it's like a return back to the physical world, a return to the, you know, the physical, the material side of things. We have renewed passion. You know, so we're finally feeling better. So, you know, this is definitely a hope, and this could be subconscious information of letting you know that it's coming. Our interest is going to be renewed. And we are going to potentially make some new friends under this energy. And sometimes this can also be pointing towards there could be a new love interest that comes up, you know, a little later on. So that is a possibility for some of you. Sometimes it can indicate someone who could pop up from our past, you know, maybe someone that we've been with before, or maybe someone we've been friends with before, and they might reemerge. But ultimately, you're ready to just enjoy. That spirit quest, those spiritual lessons were hard. Hard. Now we just need to cut loose, have our passion, and just have fun, you know. So we're gonna get there, and we deserve it. Oh, do we deserve it. Okay, so the final outcome card, we have the Six of Coins. So this is very good. This, especially if you've been hurting for money, this is good. Now, for those of you, if you're caught up in a legal suit, this is fantastic. You're gonna win. You will win. Now, the Six of Coins is indicating that we receive some money. Sometimes this can be, you know, someone just trying to help us out. They know we're perhaps in a tough situation and they just want to help us, you know, to help us, you know, get out of that situation. Sometimes it's a loan. Sometimes this money can come through like an inheritance, an estate. Sometimes this can be like a 401k. Sometimes this can be, you know, actual charity. Or someone who gives us money, you know, just because they're generous. You know, so generosity. But no matter how it comes in, you know, it could even be the universe that just aligns things up perfectly to where you end up, you know, receiving some money that you really, really need. So you can look forward to some money coming in, which is good. So then I had two clarifying cards pop out. So the first one is the Ten of Coins in reverse. So this shows, you know, financial losses. This is, you know, for some of you, especially if you happen to own your own business, or, you know, maybe be like an independent, like agent or contractor, you know, maybe business hasn't been great at all this year, and, you know, maybe it's actually costed you more to run your business or be independent than what you've actually profited. So that can be really tough. Sometimes it can be a card of being laid off from a job. You know, perhaps maybe it was a really good place and then suddenly, oh, you know, maybe they got bankrupt and, you know, then we're being laid off. But no matter what, this is a card of, you know, money is falling away. So, you know, it could have been a job loss. It could have been a financial loss. You know, that could have been related to a job. It could be related to a 401k, some sort of investment type of stock, pension, whatever it may be. You know, it's like, not so great. But remember, money is coming in. But this is one of the reasons why it's coming in, because we had a loss of money. And that was not unseen by the universe. The universe knows. And we're going to get paid back for it. So then the next card that came out, well, they both fell out at the same time, so. And when cards fall out that is spirit, I have to take them. So, the Chariot. This is victory through adversity. So this is about us going after a goal of ours. You know, perhaps there's something that you want to achieve. It could be anything, you know. Maybe you want a new job. You know, maybe you want to move. You know, whatever it is for you, this is a card of saying, you know what? Do not give up. Keep going. Don't worry about any type of enemy, adversary, because with the Chariot in the upright position, you will emerge victorious. Nothing they say or do is going to prevent you from getting what you want and what you deserve. So do not worry about someone who may be trying to cause issues for you. You know, they might have caused you a loss, but like I said, the universe sees it, and you're gonna get paid back. So this is also a card of good health. So if your health hasn't been good, this shows your health it's going to get better. You know, and some of the health issues could have been caused from anxiety and depression, but it's going to get better. So if you have that goal, go after it. For some of you, the goal could very much be about a vehicle. It could be many different things. But no matter what it is, you need to go forward and go after it. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't listen to people telling you you can't do that. You'll never be able to do that. Don't listen to people like that, okay? If you want something and you're passionate about it, you go after it. Don't listen to anybody except for yourself. That's the most important thing. But money is coming in. So if you need that financial relief, you need some financial assistance, some generosity, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. That's why I've been saying, hang on, you know, hold tight. It's going to get better, because it is going to get better. Now, I know it's been pretty rough and rocky, and that's why I warned you that, you know, you're going to get through it, but not to say that there's not going to be any bumps in the road, so to speak, because, oh, there are. But look, I mean, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And then to have the cherry out there, victory through adversity, I mean, and that is a card that definitely guarantees that if anybody is, you know, literally trying to cause your downfall, they're not going to win. They won't win in the end. And you know what? Serves them right. You don't mess with a Scorpio. Have you lost your mind? So those of you who are cross-watching and you might be considering trying to pull the wool over a Scorpio's eyes and hurting them, I'd watch out. Okay, so for the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Coins in reverse, which we had up here. So we've had 3 fives? No, 4 fives. Wow. This is some intense transitions. Wow. So, but you're going to come out stronger and with some money on the other side, so don't worry about it. So again, you know, this is us, you know, we've been through a tough time, especially in regards to finances. So here we have, you know, luck is turned in our favor. So opportunities are coming our way. You know, maybe some of you are going to be looking for a home or a place to live. Well, the opportunities are going to be there. We're going to get it. So you may have felt stuck in a negative situation, but you're not going to be stuck. Not for long. Things are getting better. If you've been unemployed, set that goal. Someone's going to help. And you will find a job. Those opportunities are there. And it is clarified by the 8 of Cups, which was right here. So this is positive. This shows. So we went on our spiritual quest. We learned our spiritual lessons. We are now returning back to the physical in the material world. and we have a great need for passion, and we are just ready to have fun. So we can end up meeting new people here. Sometimes, you know, people from the past can reemerge. Maybe people that we used to be friends or acquaintances with, we might cross paths with again. So that's always a possibility. Sometimes this can be about a new love interest being, you know, in view. So, you know, do whatever you feel is best for you, and only you know that. So, regardless of what I say, you do what you feel is best. But all in all, things are getting better. So I know it was rough. For those of you who have made it this far, thank you. And now you see what I was saying. It is getting better. Stay strong, you guys, because you have it in you. And every time we go through these things, we are stronger when we come out the other side. Every single time. Now, that doesn't make these situations any easier, but boy, do they give us more strength and, you know, even more character with every situation like this. People like to try to knock us down, but we just rise up even stronger. So, like I said, for those of people who are actually trying to cause the problem, oh, they should pray. All right. Stay strong, Scorpios. You're going to make it. I love you guys. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.